still ain't gonna rock, boy.
Are we starting at 8 now these days?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello and welcome to Hobby and Hang.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, we are Improbable Wargaming. My name is Travis.
My name is Steven.
And welcome to our super chill Wednesday night stream where we get together and hobby and hang out and chat with people who decide to show up.
There you go. And today, maybe nobody.
Yeah,
But
we'll see.
either way, today I'm building a Demon Prince.
Building a Demon Prince, and I'm going to work on my Doomsday Arc.
Oh, awesome.
Get this painted up because they are not great, but I want to play with it.
I mean, that does happen. I just I was looking at all the drama on the Ultramarine Facebook because they're all upset about the plasma. There's literally a guy who has a picture of like 15 or so of them, like he's actively building and stuff, and then he just has FUCK. He's like,
dang
it,
yeah.
So it was, There's some people that are a little unhappy about the situation.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. They gave us plasma scepters at a super reduced point cost. It was like 40 points a model, and then they just quietly made them the same price that they used to be.
They're like, oops, that's too good. Let's fix that.
I mean, I think at launch they may have been, maybe there were 5 points extra.
Okay.
So like they were like 10. Yeah, I'd take a ginger ale. Yeah.
Ginger ale sounds good actually.
Cool. Thanks, son. Yeah, so they made them cheap, and then they made them just as expensive as they used to be, which no one was running plasma scepters at all before this. Like, at Codex launch, people were, because they were really good, and they could kill pretty much anything that was in the game. And that was a little crazy.
Thank you.
And then I think they nerfed them points-wise at one point, and then people stopped playing with them. And then now people were, like, really excited to play with them, and then now no one's playing with them again.
Yeah, that's. I think I was watching a thing where they were saying maybe you've just had them at 50 points, so they're not great, but not
a little bit
awful.
of a middle ground. If they were like, instead of 60 points, not 40, not 60, but 50.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you might see them a little bit more often. The thing is, like, they're assault weapons.
Yeah.
So you're like, what? Like is that good?
Yeah.
You're like, what? I don't know.
This guy might actually take the whole time to build.
It's hard to. Yeah, it's a lot of. Well, and a lot of the parts are like,
they're tiny bits.
Yeah.
They're like, welcome to the puzzle that is the Demon Prince.
Let's show that off for a second here. Camera up here.
This is a lot of little bits for a.
Your $80 money worth out of it.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I had stored credit over at JCD and Hobby, so I got it for a little less in a sense, right? I traded in a bunch of my old PS4 stuff I don't have use for anymore and all that, but yeah, no, I mean, still, I was reluctant to buy him just because I'm like, I have a Demon Prince. He doesn't look as cool, but I don't know. He'll be a wonderful Slaanesh Demon Prince, I think. With that Emperor's Children life. So, man, my horde of Drakari is grown of painted models.
Has it?
Like I need to put a picture up on Instagram because I've been keeping like the unpainted stuff like surrounding it, and then the center just keeps growing with all the stuff that's being painted. Oh man, let's see here. Da-da.
Start getting some paint on the model.
I saw that a Necron army that was the OPSEC one did well. And
oh yeah.
I don't know all the Necron names. I leave that to you.
Nihilak.
Nice. Well, I saw that they did well. It makes sense, right? A lot of OPSEC is going to make any army a challenge to deal with because they can just steal everything from you without even attacking.
Yeah,
you.
and I mean that's the truth of it is like if you're playing Necrons and you want OBSEC, you just take Nihilak now. Like you don't mess around with the custom dynasty anymore because
I think the pregame movement was nice, but I don't think you're going to.
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, you're going to still be good. You're just not going to be... just won't have that little extra.
Yeah.
Little extra shenanigans.
Well, and then they nerfed our secondaries, too, a little bit, so we definitely have a little bit extra.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Yoda Tech. How's your week going? Week is going okay. Yeah. The last week we've been dealing with some family sickness.
Oh, no.
We had a little stomach bug that went through the family.
Space herpes.
It was not pleasant for 4 out of the 5 people in my family.
Oh no!
And I think Andrea was the only one that avoided it. So.
Congratulations to her. That's for sure. That's the hardest part.
Yeah,
not being the one that gets it.
yeah, exactly.
That's funny. Well, at least for her, she's like, "Aha, suckers!"
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, they really made this a challenge. Okay, so I think this will be one of the. I've noticed that some of the Games Workshop models were moving towards puzzles. This one seems to be one of them.
They want it. It's a model. It's a challenge to put together a model, right?
It's like you're gonna pay us to have so much fun.
You're gonna have so much fun putting this together. Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so angry. I'm like, oh my god.
Hope you like putting together models.
Oh man, interesting thing. I was watching. I don't know if I think I sent you a link to. It's a person who does they call themselves Discourse on YouTube, and they did a survey of their audience.
Okay.
And 60% of the people said that they buy GW models and paint in hobby, but never played the game.
Yeah, I feel like that's so many people.
It's crazy to me though, but
I know one. I know a guy.
Yep.
I do know a guy who collects the models and has like never played a game.
Oh wow.
And he has collected them for ever.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But he's also like a rather big perfectionist in his painting.
Oh, sure. So
he's a very good painter. But I think he told me once that he to his definition, has not actually really finished a model.
Oh, jeez. He's like, I'm tired of painting that one.
That's exactly what it is. Like, he'll start painting it and, like, get to a certain spot and then be like, moving on. There's something else.
That's funny. Yeah.
Something shiny. Ooh.
That does happen. Oh, my goodness. This piece? I don't know. Where do you go?
So that's why you got to buy your models secondhand that are already assembled.
Yeah,
which is what I did with this Doomsday Arc.
I need other people. Okay, I figured it out. I think. Yes, I figured it out. Okay. Oh my goodness, GW. I'm confused. I don't know if I want to be angry or excited.
A lot of little bits there for sure.
What are you up to, Yoda Tech? Anything fun, cool?
Yeah.
While we all mumble to ourselves while we paint these.
Rumble.
Okay, it's coming. It's coming. I think that's a chest with a leg. I believe that's what I'm seeing.
It'll start coming again.
No, I know.
Well, and with this Demon Prince, there's probably, I think there's at least a few bits that are like optional, right? I know the head is several different.
There's 2 kinds of feet. There are 2 different ways to place it, like step it on a stone and all that. So they give you a few poses, which is real nice. I mean, I'm definitely going to magnetize that. So that we've got the choice with the axe and the sword. And I've got to magnetize the wings, obviously,
Yeah. I feel like at the moment, 9 times out of 10, you take the sword over the axe.
Well, I mean, it is, at least with Armor Contempt gone, the axe is, nice because it's a higher strength. A lot more things wounded on 2s. But, I mean, an extra pip of AP is not a bad thing.
It's always nice. Especially, I mean, you're like, in Armor of Contempt's gone, we don't need as much AP. But you're also like, kind of like having that extra AP.
Yeah,
like, I kind of like making it so that basically you don't get any save,
Yeah, no, it's not terrible by any means.
I was gifted 40 Mark IV, so start playing Horus Heresy. So that's what I'm working on tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. I noticed one of the there used to be there's this one channel that's from England that used to do just nothing but 40K battle reports, and they've completely switched.
Oh, yeah, they're just doing Horus Heresy now?
Oh yeah, which I mean I can't blame them if they've got what they need for it.
I think there's not an awful lot of people out there that are doing Horus Heresy, so I mean if they can capture that market, go for it.
Yeah. Can't argue with that at all. Okay, let's continue with the.
I just enjoy 40K too much to branch off into a different game right now.
Yeah, no, because I mean it has similarities, but it's definitely different. Looks like it fits there, but there it is.
Well, and there are like model crossovers.
Yeah.
Like 30K models that you can play in 40K and whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's not a 1-for-1.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would just super happy if it's like oh, I can't just take my I don't know. I can't just take my Ultramarines and go, because most of my Ultramarines are Primaris, and that's not a thing in 30K. So
yeah, it's true. You can't go backwards.
You can't do that.
Well, I mean, if you play with just people who don't care, but yeah, generally,
yeah, but
it looks right.
Care.
No, I get it. I'm not disagreeing with that. I mean, the nice thing I have to say about 30K is it's kind of depending on which faction you play. It can be either expensive to play, or it can be more on the affordable side.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like if I wanted to get into 30K, I'd probably want to get into like AdMech 30K, because they have so many like really cool models.
Oh sure,
but they're like all Forge World models.
You're just like, woo!
So it would be like it would be a lot of money to jump into AdMech 40K.
Yeah. It's too bad if they could cross back and forth, right? You could use them on both and be.
And that's what I feel like pretty much all AdMech players would love would be for like some of the 30K AdMech models to have rules for 40K.
Yeah.
Because some of those, there's like a ton of AdMech like Horus Heresy models, like a ton of them.
Yeah.
And like none of them have 40K rules. You're like,
yeah.
But these are really cool. And it's like, yeah, but these are just for Horus Heresy.
I was looking at some of them from the Emperor's Children. I mean, I bought some of the Noise Marines just because I like the way they look better than the other stuff that you have an option on the 40K side. But then when you look at their Terminators, they have these spears and they have these troops that are carrying a special sword, but none of that comes over to 40K. But you look at them and like, they look amazing. They got a golden wing coming on their shoulder. I'm like, and then you look and it's $96 for 4 of them. You're like, no.
Oh, Mark 6, not Mark 4. That's an easy mistake. Roman numerals. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, counting's fun, but
counting's hard enough. Throw letters into it. Come on.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the Mark, because I think they run the Mark 4 and the Mark 3 in 30K, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong, but I am jealous that you can buy like 20 Space Marines for like $60. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, they have to drop the price, so those people aren't going to play the game.
Potentially. Well, I don't know, because that game was pure Forge World for how long, and people were still playing.
Yeah,
and paying a lot.
Yeah, but I don't think they were getting like new players into it really.
No, it was more of guys crossing over, because it's more.
It was more guys getting fed up with 40K rules and being like, meh, and people like, oh, come play Horus Heresy. It's like the old days. And, yay.
Well, it's. I actually, I was talking to a buddy of mine who plays a lot. And the game is more focused on kill.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of your mission objectives and everything is kill. Very rarely do you have like apparently something where it's like hold this point, or what, and score points. Instead, it's like kill your opponent off that point.
Yeah, I mean, I know they like revamped it recently, but what I had heard before, it was basically like I don't know, like 6th or 7th edition.
Yeah, it's 7th edition. From my understanding, it's like pulls from 7th edition. But when I was looking at and watching some of the people playing it, it has a lot. It felt a lot like 4th edition. It's they brought back the markers, like the flamers and so you, instead of just going
the blast templates.
Yeah. So they brought back the templates, which there was an art to those templates, because you're like, how many guys can I get underneath this? Yeah. You know what I mean? And and all that. So there was some fun with that, and it eliminated the dice part of it, but it also eliminates people arguing about how many guys.
Yeah, there's that too.
Because no one wants to be like, yeah, that's touching 12 guys. It's like, oh dear gosh.
Well, we get enough of that in 40K already with like, I don't know, can this model see me? Can he not? Can he, the true line of sight sort of stuff?
Oh yeah. I mean, I argue that point all the time.
I know you do.
Okay.
I argue back to you.
Exactly. Well, you started it. There you go. But I like the Kyle McCord way of shooting things. I see everything. Let's go.
Yeah, just assume that you can see whatever
you tell me no.
You can shoot at until your opponent says something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that does seem to work. Okay. I like it. I mean, Kyle's my buddy, but he definitely, if you don't stand up to him, he will shoot you off the board.
Yeah, I can shoot this Leman Russ through this building.
I need a judge. Let's see. Let's see. So we got legs on there now. I'm gonna have to fill this one. This is not quite sitting right. It's good. I've got a little of that. Looks like a paint bottle. Got a little putty in it. Just fill in little gaps. It's white.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. It's from Vallejo, but it's quite useful for when the piece just won't quite sit together. Let's see. Okay, we got that. Now I'm looking for a skull and look. Skull. Skulls for the skull throne. Oh yeah. Blood for the blood god. I love that they've got, the different gods' faces on, that you can choose from. I think that is probably something I want to magnetize. I mean,
Corn face is the coolest.
Cool.
I'll die on that hill. It's the coolest one out of all of them.
Actually, I like this. I like the Slaanesh one too, honestly, but no, I don't disagree. It is pretty good. The Nurgle one, I was like, So, let's see. Okay, we need a number 11. Let's see. Oh man, I'm in this weird place, like with knowing that I'm flying out tomorrow to Vegas.
OVO, baby.
I still haven't packed or anything. My wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'll do it tomorrow." I don't know. I can't look at it right now. I don't know why. But try not to pressure myself in any way. 11 is the hard.
I do today what you could put off till tomorrow.
Yes. Well, luckily, I mean, the last time I played my army, the exact list that I'm taking LVO was at a tournament. Everything's packed away. I'll do a quick run through, make sure it's all there, and luckily, if I'm missing a model, I can something up. But
what time are you flying out tomorrow?
Oh, luckily it's hopefully we're leaving like 9 and getting there at something. Okay. Lucky when you travel back in time. Back won't be as fun.
That's just 1 hour. Too bad.
Yeah, no, it's actually a 3-hour flight, but they're 2 hours different, so it's what I mean. But yeah, and I got a buddy that
wait, Arizona is coastal time?
Arizona is mountain time. Where I'm going to Vegas. Vegas is West Coast time, like Pacific time.
Right.
Yeah.
Nevada.
Right.
I don't know why my brain was like, yeah, Las Vegas, Arizona.
Yeah, I was going with it because why not?
Much less cool Las Vegas is Las Vegas, Arizona.
Is there one? I
have no idea, but if there is, it's less
Let's
cool.
Go with it. Tell us, people. Is there? But yeah, I got a buddy that I've played MMOs with for a very long time who lives in Vegas. So say hi in person while I'm down there. That'll be nice. Known him for like 8 years. So.
That's always cool to your buddies.
Yeah, well, lots of we spent hundreds of hours playing Destiny 1 and 2 together, so
yeah.
Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, and I was posting on my Facebook, what I was up to, and he's like, I live there, remember? I was like, oh, yeah. Hello, friend. Wasn't trying to ignore you. And then, of course, my brother's like, oh, that place is the devil. Don't come back soon. We went to high school in Vegas, and neither one of us really have fond memories of Vegas in that regard. It's a tough town.
Well, I mean, you're going to be spending most of the time playing 40K.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be in I think it's the Rio. We're going to be in the Rio for a large amount of time.
Yeah, so like the Vegas experience isn't really going to be a thing. It's going to be I'm playing 40K.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, growing up there and in high school and living there for a few years, past the fact, we used to, like, I remember on the weekends and during high school, 2 in the morning, my buddies and I would all go to, because we were in Henderson, which is just outside of Vegas, and we would go into one of the casinos and we would just spend $1 on breakfast.
Right.
2, 3 in the morning, and you get a big old ham steak, and I miss all that stuff. That is surely gone, but I wish it was.
It's probably $4 now.
Yeah, maybe 5, but yes, we'll find out soon enough. Because I mean, we were gonna fly back Sunday, but it was just like it was 2 hours from when we would potentially finish our games, and we're like, maybe a little too close, so we decided to stay one extra day. So we're gonna be coming back on Monday in the evening, so we'll have basically a day to do something.
Yeah,
we'll see what the guys want to do. Hopefully they don't want to just sit at the airport for 8 hours. That would be less fun to me.
Let's play more 40K.
Woohoo! Yeah, let's go get a local game. Let's see. Okay, so
Let's find a local game shop.
There's a few of them. There's a
Club some seals.
There you go. There's a battle report that's done out of Vegas. Black Rabbit Gaming, they're down there, so maybe they would host us. Because the guy who runs that battle report plays Harlequins as well.
Oh yeah.
And we talk a little bit here and there on Instagram. He's a guy.
Instagram.
Let's see. I just clipped it, and there it is. I was like, I clipped it.
Where did I put it?
Yeah.
The worst is when you clip something and it flies across the room. You're like,
no. Yeah. Especially in my office where you got a computer, chairs, and everything else.
You're just like, well, that's gone forever.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yoda Tech, what are you taking to LVO? Steven is taking Harlequins.
Yep.
To LVO.
I'm taking my babies.
One last hurrah on the old rules for Harlequins.
I'm not gonna be quit playing them for sure. I've already got myself together a list that I can't wait to test out. It's 3 sets of bikes, 3 each, in each unit, and they're all bringing the Haywire cannons and the boluses, which are strength 7, AP3, 2 damage if I remember correctly, and they're D3
Spicy.
shots.
Yeah.
So, so it'll be 3D3 shots on that, plus the large amounts of the Haywire cannon. So that should give me, especially under light, I'll be able to rush up in your face and just go, oh man, lots of big shots.
Yeah, and you're still going to be, with light, you're still going to get the hit transhuman, right?
Yep.
You don't get -1 to hit, though, right?
Nope, -1 to hit stays. It's a combination.
I thought the bikes didn't have it.
Oh, the bikes have no rerolls, but you can give them lightning fast is the best you could do.
Gotcha. So they have... Alright, yeah. So
Yeah.
they're not -1 to hit, they have the no rerolls. But you
Yeah.
can do the lightning fast to make the -1 to hit anyway.
Yep, exactly. And then so you could potentially put 2 bikes into, 2 units into jeopardy, and then fire and fade 1, and then the other one just lightning fast to try to keep them alive.
Yeah.
Potentially. So there are shenanigans to be had.
Well, of course.
We will see if it's worth it.
But of course.
But if you do it right, they may not be there anymore to worry about.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the other part of it. But with that, it'll have 6 boats. It'll have 2 snipers, one with the Blessing of Sigrak, so which automatically turns a 6. One of the dice after you roll it into a 6, into triple exploding. So good, and do all that shit. Where does this go? They gave me a skull thing to shove on this guy's buttocks.
It goes on the skull throne.
Might be right.
It goes in the square hole.
I grabbed the wrong one.
Where does this go? Into the square hole.
Yes, I love when that girl's crying on that. He's like, where does this one go? Yes, that's right.
Into the square hole.
No. Like, please stop. No, I need an adult. I could see my wife having that same breakdown. She's like, but it's a triangle.
I mean, but it can fit in the square hole. It's fine.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Man, this guy's got a lot of skulls and a very cool belt on him. I do like it. There we go. Yeah, that reminds me on that monument paint that even though it's a very bright silver, once I hit it with, I used the new null oil
Yeah.
on it, and it did tone it down quite a bit.
It's good.
Fill in little spaces.
Good luck, and may the laughing god always favor you.
Thank you. Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Yeah, we're all rooting pretty hard for Mr. Steven here going down.
Oh, so much pressure.
No pressure. You're just gonna do great. I know you will.
We'll see. I'm just gonna try to play my best game. If I can just stay like I was at the RTT and just be calm and play my game, I'd probably be fine. I know they predicted that like Harlequins, Tyranids, and what was it, the other one? Do you remember that were predicted to win? I think even you shared a link about it
for LVO.
Yeah,
Harlequins, Tyranids. It would be whatever was probably at the top of the meta.
That's why I'm trying to think.
Couple weeks ago.
It feels like it's
Harlequins, Tyranids, maybe Blood Angels.
Blood Angels are the kind of, what do you call them, the underdog, but everyone's hoping.
Yeah, they're the dark horse, right?
Yeah, they have a good chance of doing well, but you know, because they have. But there we go, and then Tower in the list of potential upsets, you know, because I mean, honestly, with my experience with Towers, I still need to get more reps into them, honestly, and I probably will this weekend. But it won't probably be in a good way, as I struggle beating them every time.
Yeah,
which is my sadness.
I mean, I think that's just how in general that like you're going to struggle to beat them. But I don't know. Sometimes it's Sometimes it's like, yeah, it's a struggle, but I end up doing it. Like,
well, what I've learned, what I do know so far is normally a lot of the armies I play into with my Harlequins, I'll play more of a passive, not so much passive, but I'll play a trade game and hit hard here and there. But you know what I mean. Yeah. But with Tau, you just have to rush them. Like, they get so dangerous late in the game, you just got to rush them.
Raven Wing Yoda Tech. Well, this is this is going to be on. So LVO's using not balanced data slate, no new point changes. Like it's the last tournament of last season, so they're essentially just saying we're not doing any Arcs of Omen or anything like that. So I don't think Ravenwing has a shot at like winning the tournament.
Oops, sorry.
Not to say that someone taking Ravenwing couldn't do well. I just don't think that they're gonna.
Yeah, it's definitely not favoring the Astrates Space Marines or whatever, but Astartes. There we go. But man, if you look at the makeup, it's like, I think it was like 60-70% of it's chaos of some sort coming.
That's true.
It's a lot of chaos coming in one way, in one form or another. So, could be.
Emperor's Children probably have a decent shot.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, and they're still pretty strong. They're still, even after their light touch nerf, they're still doing all right.
Yeah. What did they do to Emperor's Children?
So what happened is, because they used the Mark of Slaanesh, and that went up 5 points. All the other marks are 5 points cheaper.
Oh, okay.
So like what that means is, since Emperor's Children really wants to bring 6 troops minimum, all their troops, they have to pay for that mark, so it's 20 points instead of 15. So it just ticks up a little bit, but because of what they've done, you just don't take the Chaos Terminators at all. You drop them, you take Possessed, which they get fight first, and because the demon can have stratagems like For the Prince and stuff, which they get to auto advance like 6 and stuff. There's a bunch of little things they can do. So that's kind of where they're leaning towards, is dropping points everywhere else in the list, so they can keep bringing all their Blastmasters and stuff.
Run all bikes all the time.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, the Blastmasters are 42-inch range or 46, wherever it is, and then half range is +1 damage. So basically, anything within 24 inches is getting 4 damage shots pumped into them instead of 3 damage shots, and they ignore modifiers, so you can't be like -1 to hit. They're like, that's fine because we ignore it.
Yeah, and
so they'll just be slapping you with those. You know?
You have to have like transhuman to hit. Is what you need to deal with that.
But, exactly. But not the only into the new meta, of course, some Marine armies won't mind so much, but still 4 damage hits are still gonna stink if they get through.
That's true.
They're AP 3 if I remember correctly, so it's not fun.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. And then of course, I think with the change to the points buff Abaddon, I really think we're gonna see Lucius the Eternal come back because he gives out fight last. He has a damage 2 flamer that if you're within 6 inches, it's a damage 3 flamer. I mean, he's really a beast in combat, and he gives himself full rerolls.
Yeah,
you don't want to mess with him.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
So those are the things I'm excited for Emperor's Children.
His like lore, Lucius's lore is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, his origin story with in like the Horus Heresy. I read the book that he's in for that. It was pretty neat to see his like seduction to Slaaneshi stuff.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I find it interesting because they were easy in a sense because of their push for perfection. Kind of, you would think that would mean they wouldn't go to chaos, but instead it's the opposite.
Yeah.
So I need feet now. What do you think? Should I go with the hooves or should I go with the claws for the feet? They're kind of.
I like the hooves.
Like the hooves
myself, but
yeah,
they're both really cool.
They are. Yeah, I think weird because I don't know what Slaanesh would like. I'm so because I know they're snake body, so how's you know what I mean? So I guess they don't really care.
Right. Like what do the feet of fiends look like?
Oh. Don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah,
I can't think of it. But I think we're gonna get this, and I think hooves should be fine. They'll be easier to paint for sure. There's
one side blue done. I've been waiting for it to dry.
So is that what you want? That's the way that's.
This is a process here. So it's blue, and
yes.
then I will be mixing up. I've got this fluorescent paint and then pale sand, and that creates like the turquoise color.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll dry brush that turquoise on.
And where'd you discover that technique?
My brain.
Your brain. So it was your invention.
Yeah, actually. I mean, I can't claim it as an invention, but it wasn't like, I went and looked it up and did it. I was like, let's try. And this is a little different because I'm using a much darker blue because I ran out of the like Pterodon turquoise contrast paint that I usually use.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So I'm using Ultramarines blue, which is a much darker blue.
Oh, because that's the contrast blue that you were talking about.
Yeah, but I end up dry brushing over it anyway, so I just kind of need a
here's a hoof.
Base coat. Yeah, Yoda Tech's hooves as well.
Hooves. Thank you, Yoda Tech. Yoda Tech, what army do you play? I feel like I know the answer, but just in case. There's one.
I'm gonna guess some sort of Marines. My guess.
I know there's one guy in our group that's a Custodes player as well. And I couldn't remember if it was Yoda Tech or someone else who was because they were trying. I think it wasn't Yoda Tech that was doing Harlequins for a bit and then wasn't having much success, so switched.
Oh, it's possible.
Back to Custodes.
It's quite possible.
That's my memory, at least. It could be wrong. Okay, so here's these. They did these hooves in half sections, so it's easy to find.
Half section hooves.
Hooves. Oh, there's another hoof.
Half section hooves.
As soon as you give up on it, you start finding.
That's deep.
That was deep.
Yeah, good one.
I've just learned to stop looking.
He mains Custodes and then Deathwing.
That's right.
So we were kind of both right. He said Custodes and then I said some sort of Marines. So
yeah. Oh, that's because you're playing them wrong, my friend. Harlequins are unique, and well, I don't know about unique, but I just find that even when they had the 4-up save, whenever only in the certain armies could you just rush them. You know, you generally had to have a very set batch of secondaries, and you kind of had to look at the board and just go, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and then stick with it.
You have to play them as a point farming. Often. Not that you can't be aggressive, but it's
be aggressive.
You have to focus on them points. Focus on them points first.
Yeah, exactly. And they will bring you to the motherland or the victory land, if you
something like that.
I don't know. I mean, after getting fourth with them, almost first, so close,
so close. Yeah.
All I just need more games under my belt, and then it'll come to me. But I think I'll be taking my Harlequins to an RTT to see how they do. Post nerf and kind of decide maybe at that point what I'm doing. because it's either that or Drakari. But the thing is, Drakari are just as fragile, as Harlequins are now.
if not more fragile.
Yeah, they get better as the game goes for sure. They have some units that are
The power
faster.
from pain abilities and stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
they'll get up to a 5 up, feel no pain for sure. You're definitely playing them as a real space raid. The biggest problem is I have no grotesque, and everyone's apparently all the best lists are using grotesques, and they're not available. So
Those are the larger.
yeah, what happened is they still have core because the Talos and Kronos lost core, so you can't throw strategy on them. You can't do certain things that made them really good, and grotesques, otherwise have it, so they're more useful. And the fact they got multiple wounds, they're -1 damage, that you can put on them, pretty good. Okay, so I've got these two. Look like the ones that go to. I keep looking for this, but I think if I just make sure.
I'm getting real excited for World Eaters. It's going to be a while before I have them to
sure.
play with, but I'm actually really excited for them.
Yeah, I mean they look like a lot of fun. I don't know. We'll see. In the right hands, they're going to be. They're like, I'm killing them, but they're still winning. What the heck? You know what I mean? Kind of mentality.
Well, they have okay secondaries.
Yeah.
Like their secondaries are actually pretty good.
I thought they were good, and
go ahead. Yeah. And then
that's that.
Like they're like 8-bound are pretty good.
Yeah. Apparently in the book they're coming with an army of renown from right off the bat.
Yeah, I heard about that too. I don't know what the rules of that are, or what
all I know is apparently you
could
take lots of demons of 8 and Angron, and apparently it's just kind of brutal.
Well, like 8-bound, like I'm trying to remember all the rules that I've heard being in the World Eaters Discord. Like 8-bound have like 10-inch movement. They move ridiculously fast.
Yeah, really...
and you're like, wait, what? And then they hit and they're like, it's like strength 7, AP -3.
Oof,
like brutal. Flat 2 damage, and then there's like a stratagem to make them 3 damage.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, they're really good.
Really, really good.
It's like people in the Discord are like,
beware.
Like they're doing like play testing or whatever with them on like tabletop or whatnot, and it's like they're like, yeah, pretty much any time. Like whatever my 8-bound have charged into, they have not failed to kill the thing that they hit. Like it's just like, and then the exalted 8-bound are strength 10.
Oh, there's an exalted.
There's exalted 8-bound and there's regular 8-bound.
I'm not keeping up. Okay, well that's going to be exciting. They're definitely want you to buy lots of 8, aren't they?
Yeah, which is unfortunate that the 8-bound are not coming in the combat patrol.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're gonna get like a bunch of the new
I bet
berserkers.
they're gonna sell them in batches of 3.
They are.
Yeah,
they're gonna be 3.
Feels right.
They're gonna be 3 to a box.
That feels
well. The unit,
really
I think
nice.
the unit can be 3 to 6.
Okay.
Is the unit size? So.
Oh, they're getting it figured out. Let's see.
But most people are talking about like you don't take them in a unit of 6. You take them in like up to a unit of 5.
Oh, I see.
Because blast.
Does it blast?
Well, because blast and like it's just harder to hide a unit of 6.
Yeah.
Than it is to hide a unit of 5. And they're not ranged, so they have to get into melee. So you kind of have to be able to like potentially hide them inside a building or behind a building at some point.
Yeah,
and not get shot off the board. Yeah, I want to say they're probably 40mm bases.
I bet they're 4 wounds each.
Yeah, something like that.
Gonna be difficult to remove anyway. So I've got first 25.
Matthew Rundy. Well, Stephen Foster.
What's up?
It took me a year of playing Harlequins before I finally went undefeated at Bug Eater last year.
Oh, you're the famous guy. Yes.
Only got enough points for second though.
Oh,
went undefeated at Bug Eater, got enough points for second. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I was at that RTT that was hosted by the 6s, well, now I'm a 6 too, so whatever. Yeah. But either way, the point is that even if I won my final match, it looked like I was going to be second anyways on point. The Tau would have beat me out, but it still would have been nice to be undefeated. I've still got a lot of work on them. Blast. So what are you up to?
Happy to have you in chat, Matthew. Thanks for tuning in. I was at Bug Eater last year as well. I did not go undefeated. I took Ultramarines and I went 3-3.
3-3,
which I was happy about.
Yeah.
And I had a couple really close games that I probably should have won, so I felt a little bit better. I was like, okay, like I could have won those games.
Shoulda, woulda.
Actually, no, I had one close game that I probably should have won. It was a secondary choice that I did incorrectly, and then the other two losses were like, no, I was gonna lose that kind of from the start. The first game that I played was against Michael Mann, who is a really good Drukhari player, and he was playing Drukhari, and he was playing the like oops all racks and grotesques Drukhari Army of Renown thing, and it was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be hard, and that did not go well, and he ended up coming third, I think, at Bug Eater. So I was like, yeah, I don't feel bad about that.
Yeah, no, you can't feel bad about that.
And then my last game was against Tom Cohen, who is a really, really good Imperial Knights player. Like at that point, I think he was ranked number 1 for Imperial Knights.
Yeah.
And that game I scored, I think, 30 points.
Oh, wow.
And just got stomped. It was like a less than an hour long game. And yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing, and I did not. So
rough.
Yeah, but he was a great guy. He did a really great job explaining to me what I did wrong and how I could have done things better. But also just kind of consoling me in the fact that like my list was not ready to face knights. And so it was kind of just over from the list building.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, not bad for Ultramarines. Yeah, I was happy to go 3-3 with Ultramarines. It was yeah. He's clipping spurs and cleaning the hobby room.
There you go. I'm doing everything I can not to pack up for LVO. That's what but tomorrow will be the day, because apparently like what we're doing is, we're meeting up at Kyle's place, and then we're going to be flying out. And apparently Kyle plans on having us discuss how to play into different matchups while we're getting our butts over there.
Nice.
That should be pretty.
That'll be good. It'll be a good prep for you guys.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Okay, so that's facing down, and this goes into. My goodness, they made this a puzzle.
Yeah. I ran into our buddy Thomas in the World Eaters Discord.
Oh, he's in there too. Yeah, well, I mean, he is preparing for that.
I posted something, and my name in that Discord is not Travis. It's my gamer tag John Ag.
Okay.
And so I said something in it, and then he responded and was like, "What Travis said," and I was like,
"Yeah,
wait a second." My name is not associated with it. Like my face is there. Like like my picture for Discord is just my face, and so he recognized me, and I was like, "Who is this person?" And he's like, "It's funny. Thomas," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I shot him an invite to our Discord server too, so he's in there now.
Oh, there you go. You're gonna see all that trash talking going on there.
We totally trash talk him.
We're just trash talking everybody. I don't know.
Take all comers. Let's go.
Yeah. How dare you join our server? Let's see here. Okay. I figured out how to do this, and then I already messed it. If you just do your own version of this,
just assemble it as you go. Who needs instructions? Get them out of there.
Well, I'm following the instructions, but at some point you're just like, you know what? I think it's good enough. Let's see. Oh man, got that. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm definitely magnetizing this guy. I definitely don't want to have to build another one.
Yeah,
this guy's gonna take out the whole time. Okay, so we did that. There's a mount for head. What is it? 29 and 30.
What is that? You never know with GW stuff. Is that the right number? I don't know.
I'm hoping for this one it will be, but yes, I understand. Yeah, I've had. Well, heck, I built the really old models, and they don't even give you numbers. They're just like, good luck.
Well, I put together the Monolith recently, and that's a newer box.
And
there was one spot where the number was wrong, and I was like,
oh no,
come on.
yeah, no one queued at all, did it?
Or they did, and they were like, well, it's
They're
gonna,
like, good
it's
enough.
gonna cost us so much to like reprint these books.
Oh, I guess that's a good point. That's why you do a test book first, right?
Yeah, well,
but hey,
not everything gets caught by QC.
How dare those people? That's why they get fired. Get them out of here.
Or in GW's case, they become playtesters. What?
Oh no!
Shots fired.
Yeah, that's funny. They start writing rules too.
Yep. That's exactly what. Oh, you messed up on QC for like assembly. Okay, you're now our rules writer.
I really actually like that.
Why don't we make you write the lore while we're at it too? You can do both. That sounds like a grand idea.
No, I like it so much right now. It's like so much trolling. Oh man. Okay, let's see here. This seems like it should fit there, but it's not. Nobody's like, hey, you want to glue really small pieces together over and over again until it forms a giant model? No.
Yes!
No, I don't.
Everyone says yes. Everyone loves doing this. As we know, Games Workshop is a model making company first, and they are a game company second.
Oh, see, I mixed that up.
No,
let's see.
They make models that have a game attached to it. It's not the other way around.
Oh man. Well, I was looking at, I wasn't taking what did we get something?
Yeah, he's just saying, just like today in the Out of the Blue fix to Interceptor.
Inceptor. Yeah. People were saying that they just waited till they sold, enough, and then they're like, oh,
I think it was a mistake. I think they didn't. I think they never intended for Inceptors to get free plasma, and they just were like, oh wait, whoops. Right, no, put this back in because it's not like they even changed it. Like if they had intended for Inceptors to get free plasma, and then they're looking at it and they're like, yeah, maybe this is a bit too far. They would have changed it to be like 5 points per plasma thing. So it would have been somewhere in between, right? Like we said at the beginning, where it was like, oh yeah, now there'll be 50 points per model instead of 60. But them just completely outright going back and being like, never mind, it's the same price as it was before, makes me think that no, they never intended for them to be cheaper.
But that's why they need to tell people, like, hey, oops. But I mean, at least they got it relatively quick, but maybe not quick enough to prevent.
You're asking for community communication from GW.
I know I know it's a joke, but still, we all can hope.
Love for them to tell us what they were thinking. That's like why I laugh anytime there's some sort of online discussion of rules as intended versus rules as worded or whatever, right? Where people are like, well, it's clear that what they intended was for it to be like, I'm like, don't pretend like you know what the heck GW intends with any of their rule sets. Like, GW doesn't even understand what they intend with their rule sets half the time. like you, random person on the internet, do not know. You don't know. All we have is the rules as they are written.
Yeah, exactly. And that is as good as it's gonna get.
All we get.
And we're lucky if they truly clarify it.
And then you have to listen to the way your TOs will interpret things.
Oh yeah.
And move on from there.
So I forgot to ask you, are you going to try to squeeze into that little slippery Nurgle RTT, or
it's in April? It's like April 15th
or something,
right?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but yeah.
I don't think I can make that one because it's literally the day after my daughter's birthday. Oh. So I would guess that we're probably having a birthday party that day.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not even gonna ask.
No, I know. That's why I didn't say just ask. That makes.
But I bought my ticket for Iowa.
Yep, I saw that. It's funny. So, fun story. I got that link, and then it was shared apparently the day before, but I missed it in the chat. Sure. So then, I got harassed by Josh going, well, why aren't you buying it? You're the one bugging me about it. And I was like, well, I didn't see it, bro. And he's like, it's in the chat. I'm like, this is why we have a Discord, so that you can share this stuff there.
Yeah, right.
And of course, then he does share it there. But apparently, while he was doing it, he's like, some of you people are making sure we can't have nice things, and shared the link outside of our group before I even shared it to you. And yeah, apparently it's almost half sold out already. Yeah, and it hasn't officially been released.
When I got mine, there were like 44 tickets left out of 60.
Yeah, it was. It's snuck out. It wasn't my fault.
I mean, the reality is, like, the people who bought those tickets this early are also going to be the same people that are like spamming the F5 button to buy them when they go live normally.
Oh, right? Sure.
Like,
I'm just glad to be able to, at least make it where it was you can get into it. Because what if, if I didn't share it with you after it already had been leaked, then you miss out before it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then you get put on the wait list for people to cancel.
Exactly. At least this way you're in for sure, which is good. But I hear you.
April 8th. April 8th is the Slippery Nurgle thing.
Oh. Yeah, I can't make it because I'm working that weekend and I'm taking vacation to do the Iowa one. So. I'm not gonna.
It's April 8th.
He might be able to. It would be way cool.
It's the weekend before.
Then you might be all right.
Maybe.
Because Matthew, you're a 6 as well, right? If I remember correctly, you're definitely an old OG version to meet.
I'm pretty sure he is. Yes. Well, he's probably responding.
Yeah, exactly. Which one did you
20-second delay. 20-second delay.
Okay. He's starting to come together. I'm starting to feel it. Or is it a she? Human princess. If it's Slaanesh, maybe. Okay.
Slaanesh, they don't care.
They're just like showing up, being the lady that we are.
You got bits? All right.
Yeah, let's go. Perfection.
Is there going to be any streams of LVO? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I see what he's saying.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy that right there. There's a guy who live streams tournaments in general, and I watch him because you get to watch
like War Games Live.
Yeah, right? And he said he's going to be there. So, and then I know there's some other streaming services going to be there. We're not big enough, sadly, to do that, but I know I plan on doing some shorts, and Kyle and I plan on recording some little stuff that we're gonna either put on Instagram and maybe send your way as well.
Yeah,
give us a little additional LVO content. Especially, there's some big reveals supposed to be coming up this weekend. There's rumor of a Chaos Marines new tank.
Ooh.
That might be shown off, so that's pretty exciting.
I do like tanks,
and apparently it won't be available to the loyalists. We'll finally have something that's just ours.
Okay. There's also some tanks for loyalists that aren't available in Chaos.
Exactly. So it makes it fair.
There's no Kratos. There's no Chaos Kratos.
Which is crazy to me. I guess they all got
destroyed.
Because
it's a 30k tank. It's a 30k tank.
Well, yeah, but both sides had it. That's my point. I guess all the Chaos ones were destroyed.
I guess.
So yeah, there's going to be announcements on new models. People are expecting to hear about a potential box set that is going to have the Farsight guy and our
Farsight.
Yeah, and then our orc assassin boy from the Blood Axes. I forgot his name.
Oh, so it'll be a battle set.
It might be
like 2 army sets.
Yeah, they're talking. It might be that. At least that's the rumor, right? We never be too sure, but there's rumor of that at least. What's
sorry? No, I just about spit took Soul Rock. New tank now with a bottom.
Yes.
Because the Rogaldorn tank doesn't have a bottom.
Did you know?
Hole in the bottom.
Funny story. On the Imperial Guard group, they actually one of the guys created an STL.
Yeah. And I saw that.
Oh, you saw it? Okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god.
People are like, I'll fix this. Yeah.
There's no point. Like, no one sees the bottom of your tank.
I did like the fact that the guy magnetized all that stuff inside that spot.
Yeah, so that was a good place. The
to...
guns or whatever can be in there. Yeah. I did that with my Scorpius tanks.
Oh yeah.
Because the Scorpius tanks don't have.
Hey, Mick. Let's see if it shows new weapons.
Scorpius tanks.
Scorpius.
See, no one complained about this. Also, don't have a bottom. They're entirely hollow on the bottom of them. Like they're just like,
nobody cared about that for some reason.
But I did that as well. I have a little magnet in here for the other gun that you can put on it.
That's hilarious.
And so I just magnetize it onto the bottom.
Yep.
Okay, big fan of the vehicles carrying around their own magnetized bits. It just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, I guess the AP3 is nice. I mean, he's strength 8 versus strength 9, but that's still going to wound a lot of things on 2s and 3s. So
yeah, but like,
I mean, a lot.
Like if you put him into like a regular unit of Space Marines, do you want them saving on 5s?
So this is a 10th edition weapon that hasn't come out yet. Have you seen that?
I have seen that.
It has the little weapon profile and stuff. Strength 5, AP2, 2 damage, and it's 3 shots. That's not bad.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
The fact it's in here.
But yeah, the axe is AP2, right?
The axe is AP2, 3 damage, but strength 2. So it puts him up to strength 9. If he's in Creation of Bile, he'd be strength 10.
Sure.
If he's in anything else, he's just normal. But
yeah, and
I think strength 8 is still good. Because, I mean, honestly, most of the stuff that he's going to be wrecking are going to be wounded on 2s anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put the gun on no matter what, just because it looks cool. And
it's also subtle enough that like even if you had it on him and you didn't like put it on him,
yeah,
I think you could get away with it.
Well, the nice thing is I have 2 demon princes.
It's like a big gauntlet.
Yeah, with a face and I mean, it's too bad it's not a flamer. Like that would be cool. That'd be real cool. Keep him to the
flamer demon.
Yeah.
Flamer demon prince.
Oh, so I've not. Then I know Josh. I don't think I've met Linnington, and of course, I don't think I met you in person, right? You didn't come out to the RTT, correct? Okay.
I've had the best of luck with the sword. Yeah, I think the sword's probably the best way to go.
I just think the axe looks cooler, but I don't disagree.
The axe, axes are cool.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Swords in rules are probably better.
No, agreed. I don't disagree with that at all. Okay, so I need 31 and 32. But no, I agree. It's just when you look at the axe, it's like so cool. But nice. Are you planning on going to the GWGT in Kansas this summer?
He's doing Chaos Marines.
What? Huh?
Yes, if you were doing Chaos Marines or Chaos Demons.
Oh, this is for my Emperor's Children. That as soon as I finish my painting up my Drakari for the stream, then I'm gonna go back to my Emperor's Children and finish them. So, because honestly, they'll be faster than trying to start on the craft world.
Yeah.
Even though my wife's like, that pile of boxes right there need to go. I'm like,
the pile of boxes is getting bigger. Stop it.
It really is. I mean, at this point, I need to add in 3 Vipers, which I have 2 old ones, but one of them is missing. That's what we need to do. We need to find an STL for the turret mount for the Viper because one of mine vanished. And if I get that I got 2 Vipers that I don't have to buy again.
You'll probably find something.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. That would do me.
I was there. I played Brandon before you.
You played Brandon before me. Oh, okay. So you were there. I just
he was playing Black Legion.
Yeah, I did notice there was a Black Legion army. I'm sure if I saw you, I'd recognize.
Steven was so out of it that day. I showed up to just like say hi and for my support, and like when I got there, he was like, "Oh hey."
Dude, I was trying to win, so the mental focus was real.
You were very.
I don't know. I went there going, I don't know, and then suddenly I was like, I want to try to win this, and I almost did. Okay, so we got that. Okay, I feel like I'm missing a part. Oh no, there it is. I need an arm. 31, 32. I grabbed 33. That's the problem. Oh, stupid me. 32 is the arm. Sorry, I'm mumbling to myself as I try to grab the correct. There's 32. I think that this is definitely not one of the hardest models to build for GW, but definitely the complicated. Yeah. Well, I mean, there is the relic weapon, and it's really good too. But I don't know my plan at this point.
You ever notice how like contrast paint smells? Like
I don't sniff my paint. I leave that for my white trash friends.
you leave it you leave it for your GW glue.
There you go.
That's what you sniff.
Oh, this stuff. This isn't GW glue. This I'm honestly I like Army Painters glue. You get a larger volume, and
Right?
I don't know what to call that.
I don't know. It's weird, right?
Yeah, but hi, welcome to the stream where we get high.
Yeah.
And then die of cancer. Let's see.
I mean, it comes for us all.
It comes for us all. Oh, I know. God, no, please no. This piece supposedly fits somewhere here.
Some earlier than others.
Oh gosh, yes. Okay, so I have to figure out how to make this
mix up some turquoise.
Maybe this is the one.
Turquoise.
One of these fits in his chest cavity. He has. Right?
It fits in his chest cavity.
Fits in your
Get in the chest cavity.
That's right. That's right. Morbid.
Harlequins do take a lot of mental focus. Yes, indeed.
Oh man, when I was playing Brandon, we were both. I mean, everyone else was done. We still had. They called out. I think it was like 15 minutes. Before the game was wrapped. I mean, we were taking our time with as much time as you could, Paul, playing fast, right?
Yeah.
We were definitely fighting tooth and nail, which I was glad to have given him at least as much, hell as I did. Well, there it is. Okay, this is the piece. This is the one. But it's too bad that Brandon is moving away. He doesn't know where yet because they're kind of just. I guess they want to just a fresh start, and so they're going somewhere. They're just trying to figure it out where they want to go. But he's a really nice guy, really good player. I mean, I played him twice, and both games were just tough, And I respect his player, and they're real nice.
Hey, you see that?
What's up?
A little blue, a little white.
Oh,
boom, turquoise.
Turquoise. Look at you doing what I don't do, which is mixing. I'd be like, hey, where can I buy that color? That's me right there. My wife gets like, why? Why can't you just mix them? I don't know. Okay. There.
This isn't too hard to do. If sometimes you get you get paints where you have to do a very specific amount of each color. Yeah. And then otherwise you don't get anywhere close to the color that you actually need. This is I don't know. I've done this a ton of times, and it's just whatever. I need my other dry brush.
How close was your game against Brandon with the Black Legion? Well, I'm curious on that one. They're beautiful. Yeah. There. This guy coming together. I'll tell you what. Got one arm. We need 35. What'd you get? Oh, yes.
We got this. A little bit of this left. I want you to take it home and try.
Okay.
Because you're going to love it.
Alrighty. I think that's ultimately what I've decided is I'm going to get paints that are better from other lines.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to otherwise it'll be my GW with supporting characters, if you will. Just because I found when you're using other paints, they act different. Mm-hmm. The one thing I have to say about Monument, even though I love their freaking rich gold, is perfect. I mean, it's exactly what we're looking for as a replacement for Retributor.
Yeah, Retributor's my favorite.
And you get so much of it, right? It's a huge bottle. Outside of how hard it is to squeeze those little dang bottles, I'm a big fan of them, but they dry slow. Right, it seems slower than the GW paint to me. So then if you're not careful, you could start spreading gold everywhere.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Also, there's gold fingerprints all over my my warp gate. Not, you know what I mean? I'm suddenly going brain dead. But you know what I mean? The pictures I showed you. Yeah, see, my brain shut off too. I'm like, that thing with the name.
Webway game. Webway. Yeah, it's not warp. Not.
Oh, that was a rough game. Oh, those point farming bastards.
Yay, Necrons.
Vallejo Airline is I use several of theirs as well, but I use their light gray and I use
That's literally the paint that I just brought to him and sat in front of him and said, "Take that home and use it because you're gonna love it." It's the Vallejo Air dark aluminum.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah. So it's got a little bottle in there.
Mhm.
Nice. How much? They give you a lot too. This is nice.
And
this is a good volume.
That you can pick up at the Evil Place.
Yeah, I saw it there. I just didn't.
You can buy. It's like a package of 4 of them.
Yeah, yeah. What?
And all of them are good.
All of them are good. Okay.
All of them are good. They're so good.
Well, that's good to know. I plan on doing, I think, one more order from Monument. I just don't know what I want from them. But he scared of the Terminator brick. He killed like 2 Terminators with all this. Yeah, yeah. The Terminator brick is definitely a nightmare. From some of the stuff I was looking at on how to beat Space Marines, it's just ignore the Terminators because they're slow, they're hard to kill. Just ignore what they're doing and fight everything else. It's like when I was playing against Brandon, I just ignored a Silent King the whole game, because I was like, I'm not killing him, without a serious commitment, and it's probably not going to pay off, So I just focused on killing all of the stuff that wants to, his little melee boys, which is what I was really.
The Scorpex, yeah.
Those Scorpex are just so annoying.
They're very good.
That's one thing I like about Twilight. Being able to auto wound on 6s is it just helps get past that, -1 to wound, because we're so weak. We're wounding on 6s, and it just makes us bounce off otherwise, which I don't like. Okay, so this is looking good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Looking really good at. Oh, weird. So handsome. Oh, there's a cool chest piece. I just want to put this chest piece on because it's
chest piece.
Way cool. This guy will definitely be fun to paint. An army. It's too bad you can only run 1 Demon Prince in your list. Just how it is.
You run Be'lakor, you can't run any.
Exactly, because he's basically a Demon Prince himself.
He's like, no, get out of here. Yeah, he's a Demon Prince.
He's like, I am the only one.
I want to take another one. No!
The answer's no.
I'm Be'lakor, no!
Yeah, I'm very, very insecure.
You're not wrong.
Oh, yeah. Still, my favorite game against Be'lakor was the first game we played with my Chaos Knights, where I shot him off turn 1.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That was when I learned if you're going to take Be'lakor and you go up against an army that has a really good chance of killing him in shooting, you just deep strike him.
Exactly. You don't play.
You just start him off the board and bring him in turn 2. Yeah, that way he can do stuff.
Yeah, and now learning that my Mega Knobs for 1 CP can go up to 3 damage. Oh, I love them even more. Like, those things are so ridiculously killy.
Yeah.
And hard to kill in general. So I mean they're beautiful, especially during the wall when they're gonna when they have a 2-up armor save and then a 5 invulnerable for the first one. Like, you probably aren't, and with 3 wounds, you're probably not killing them.
Yeah, you treat them like Space Marine Terminators, where you just ignore them.
Yep, and they just come in and they clap you.
And you just say no.
And at least, and they get to hit you with those claws that normally are -1, but they can take the big crumpas and ignore it.
You shoot the vehicle that they're in.
Yep.
And then you ignore them.
Yes, you shoot the vehicle they're in, and then hope some of them die, and then because they're so slow.
Yep. You say, "Oh, you move 5 inches, cool.
Yep.
Stay away.
See you over there."
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just like any kind of dangerous unit like that, their job is to hold the center of the board, and then just hope that matters, right? So that is definitely a thing. I don't know. I think no matter what, the wings are worth it, because the way they did the back is interesting. But
oh no, you put the wings on.
Yeah, well,
you want a walking Demon Prince? Get out of here,
dude! Come on, that's a thing.
Nobody wants a walking Demon Prince.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You pay for the wings all the time. It might as well be built into the model.
It might as well be, because I mean, he's so fast and he claps.
Nobody wants a walking Demon.
he played against the Warhound guy.
Oh yeah,
round 1, and apparently Abaddon can kill it in 2 turns. So
that seems about right.
That's pretty good.
That seems fair.
That seems right. He's like, I'm gonna smash it. Or no, that's better ways, but I'm gonna wreck it.
Wreck it. Wreck it, Abaddon.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Let's go, people. I'm here to wreck it. Okay, so we need what goes over the top of that arm? I need 44 and 43. Cover those arms. He's so shy about his arms.
Don't talk about my arms.
He's like, cover them.
Don't talk about them.
Yep. I'm so insecure. I need more arms days, I guess, versus leg day.
I never skip leg day, but I always skip arm day.
Exactly. And I need to start working on that. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I'm debating. I really want to go. What's Oh, nice. Bikes. Yeah, bikes are, dude. I really like bikes a lot, especially for Emperor's Children with the fight first and giving them the relic so that extra damage rolls over to the following unit. You know, and stuff. It's just such a fast unit because Marine like Chaos in general typically is slow, and getting some really fast bikes with the Black Rune and Domination even that make because their toughness 5. So most things are wounding them on 4s or 5s, and now with the Black Rune and Damnation at 6, I mean, and they're 3 wounds. Oh man, they're gonna be brutal no matter what. I'm a big fan of the bikes. I've got a bunch of them that I'm. One of the things I plan on painting. Give them those chain swords and watch them go to town. Yep. That's a line that, dude. I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't want GW to update those models, those bikes, because right now they're dirt cheap to buy because of the old one. But as soon as they update them, because all I did is, I just took chaosy bits from everywhere else and put them on the bikes, so you got like tentacles on the bikes and stuff that normally aren't there, and make them more spiky. But I don't want them to
tentacle
update
bikes.
I don't. Well, if they update it, it's fine because I own like 12 of them, so I think 12 is a good number. You can run 2 units of 6 or 1 big blob, whatever you'd like. Okay, find this 44. Little did I know that building a demon prince would take this long. Because the old one was like done quick. On this sprue, looks like all jumps up and.
Little did Steven know that number does not actually exist.
Yeah.
They didn't put it on the sprue.
Oh my gosh.
Just to mess with you.
That would. Well, I hear you get a free model when they do that, though. So yes, please make that mistake. I will just use green stuff to fix this model, and then I'll have a sale. That's how we'll roll, GW. Hook me up. Okay, I'm not seeing it though. Seriously.
No, what we actually meant was 34, not 44.
There you
Oops.
go. So,
wrong number.
Well, I see 42 and 41, which isn't doing me any good. But then it immediately jumps to 50 and 51. What kind of world is this? What kind of world madness is this? Like, okay, so thank you, GW. It's not on there. I'll go back to this one.
There was somebody.
Yeah.
This was probably a couple years ago now. On the Necron Discord.
Okay.
That sent out a picture or the. Maybe it was the Reddit or whatever, but he sends out this picture of like, hey, I just started Necron, so I'm starting to put them together, and it's just like he had taken all of the Necron warriors. It was like 40 Necron warriors that he had bought, and he clipped all of the pieces off all of the sprues and just put them in a pile, and was like, here I go, I'm gonna assemble them, and it's if you don't know anything about Necron warriors, that
is not the way.
That is not the way. They have like 5 different poses within them, and so like the arms specifically go to a very specific torso, which goes on a very specific leg piece. And so like he unclipped all that, and it was like, oh buddy, you're gonna have a hard time here.
Yeah, dude. I actually when I came back to the hobby. One of the first batch of models I made were the were Orc Boys, just the good old boys, and the new version. And of course, I did the same thing. Yeah, that took a while to get through that maze. Yeah, I will never do that again. Oh, here they are.
Your lesson.
No, they're in the 70s. Thank you, GW. Thank you. Anywhere but where I was looking.
The guy updated the post at one point, and I think his response was like, just like, dang it.
Yeah. Quickly realizing there is a problem. That's I feel bad, dude. It was funny. Like people were talking about like with that, you know, 2 coats paint. They're like, oh, it's 15 mLs versus GW's 12. And I was like, yeah, but it comes with that steel ball. I bet that thing's like 3 mLs. I was like, I think it's. I mean, it is a better price, but I guarantee once they officially release it, the price is going up. It's a good price now, but it's not. I don't think that's the official price. But maybe that's just. It can't be that forever.
Maybe Duncan's like, you bet.
I mean, he's already in Vegas. I'm excited to meet him. I'm going to send you some pictures of us holding hands and stuff so you can be jealous. You're like, oh my gosh. You're like, Steven, no. Steven, stop it. My wife's just going to be shaking her head like, not again.
Steven, come home.
Yeah. No, she's like, don't come back. Oh, man. Vegas. The black hole. I remember my buddies and I, when we graduated from high school, and we're trying to figure a way out of Vegas, like when we have no money, a lot of guys are still there. Never made it out.
To this day,
never made it out. Became electricians and stuff though. Oh, my buddy, I joined my buddy with in electricians union when we first got out of high school before I joined the military, and they're like, there's no work for us, but we're not going to just work for anything. We're going to collect that unemployment until a job comes around. And then the people with the most seniority get it. Like, I'm out. I was like, I don't feel like being unemployed for a long period of time.
For a really long time, because you don't have the seniority, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they did end up building a bunch of casinos, but of course I was out of there. But I was in the Navy, doing Navy stuff. Let's see here. Going, why did I join the Navy? My dad's more what my dad was saying. My dad's like, boy, what are you? He wanted me to join the Army just like him. Out here, Yoda Tech. Bonus. Yeah, no, exactly. Because the bikes will be hitting on 2s, ignoring modifiers. So the bikes are just brutal, with 40 plus attacks coming out of that unit.
Set up a game for Friday where I get to play a stupid list. Hey, share the list. What are you playing? Share the stupidity, man. I want to see it.
If it's anything with Custodes, it's not stupid, and I don't want to hear about it. Because everything coming out of Custodes is pretty good in general. They're at least difficult to kill. You may outnumber them. Apparently, it's all troops now for the Custodes. They just dropped all the big vehicles, and they're like, get us off the point. I dare you.
Yeah.
Yeah, get us off the point.
They count as multiple models.
Yeah, for sure. Death Guard, LOV 3x3, Light, Caller, and that just sounds like normal. The Morty can go one of two ways, right? I mean, I would say now with armor with this new meta
versus Super Metal Sisters. Good luck.
No, you'll be fine. Just drop them in and put them in deep strike, so you can't be shot off the board. Well, like with Sisters, you just put them all the way in the back because they only have 24-inch range. You don't put them up close to the line. Hide them back a little bit.
Yeah,
and then rah. What does he do? Like 16 inches of movement. If they try to get close to shoot him, then he's coming at him.
Yeah, he's pretty quick.
And he's got that shooty little gun of his and all. I don't know. I think right now the fact that you can put him in reserve for free is huge, right? Because then, you, like you said, keep him alive until turn 2 when he shows up and hopefully makes that 9-inch charge and starts wrecking fools.
That's the other thing about 8-Bound. With is they have an ability that they can come in from strategic reserves a turn earlier.
Okay.
So they can come in turn 1 in like the midboard.
Oh god, really? Turn 1?
Yeah.
So they come as their own pod, like bloop.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, not like in the middle, but still coming from the side.
Yeah, but it's still close.
Yeah, but sure. In no man's land on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still going to be a thing for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, it sounds awesome. Okay, I need 108 and 109.
Yeah, look at that.
Looking like it's coming together.
It's a difference once you get the turquoise dry.
This is the way that silver comes from Monument.
Yeah,
it looks like that, real shiny. But then, like I said, it darkens up really. Okay.
And this is almost like a Zenithal Prime.
Yeah,
but metallic. So like the bottom is like the steel. Or like dark blue. I think it might be steel.
Yeah.
And then I did with the airbrush from the top with the silver.
I got
So
you.
it's brighter on the top and darker on the bottom.
All I have to
already.
really do is go in here and I'll just get this hand off here, and then we just glue it to his back.
Yeah, just put an axe on his back.
It's like,
boom,
what?
boom. Which one does he
Model-
have? He's got both. Whichever one fits his needs while he's fighting in the middle
What,
of the game.
this-
You're like, that's not how this works. And like, yeah, it
Modeling
is.
for advantage. You should
Don't worry about it. He's got both.
keep those dirty words yourself.
Oh, I'm going into a Lehman Russ. It's the sword.
Well, no, but yeah, it's still funny. But no, I think the axe will be fine. Oh, Kyle's all saying hi. Link me. Oh,
Link me.
so he wants a link to the GW event for Kansas because it's a team event. And he was like, "Well, what does that mean?" And I was like, "I'm not really sure exactly what to tell you." And he's like, "Well, link it to me."
It means you need 5 people
That's
to go,
Yep, I did mention that.
and then you go and you play, and whatever team does the best wins.
Woo! Yeah.
It's one of those things that like
no individual
like,
accolades.
we
then.
talked about it in like our Meta Monday thing, and
Yes, we
like someone
did.
was like, "What? You've never heard of like WTC, ITC, ETC stuff?" And I'm like, "Bro, that's all like European stuff. Like there's
Yeah,
like
I'm not familiar.
there's very few team-based tournaments in America. That's not how we play.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we
And-
want
And some
individual
of us,
accolades.
or some of us are getting back into the tournament scene, and it's changed so much since the last time. It's all new now. So, yeah.
One shot for 1 damage.
One shot, one damage.
Because D6 and D6 just means 1.
I got you. 108. I need 108, people.
Thanks, Yoda Tech. I appreciate that.
Ooh, don't be kissing his butt, Yoda.
He said it looks amazing.
Yeah, I know it. Now his head's all swollen. He
Amazing.
can't even get upstairs to
Listen,
see his family.
My Necrons are an award-winning best painted army. Necrons, all right? I'm allowed to have a little bit of pride in my Necrons.
Oh boy, here it comes. Oh boy. Let's see. The one he won.
To be fair,
Yes, sir. Let's hear
out
it.
of all the armies that were there,
You were the best looking one.
I definitely
Well, I'm not,
was. the
I'm
best
not
looking
saying
one.
you didn't win it.
There weren't a lot of armies there, but
You won what you
I
won.
was the best looking one.
I won it. Stop making fun of me.
I was also genuinely surprised. I was like, "Oh, wait,
What, that you
really?"
won?
Yeah. I was like, "Wait, really?" Because there was one other guy there that had.
That's the one you like, right? Sorry.
It's
the
the
one.
bull. Yeah, it's like a bull face.
Yeah, that's it right there. I mean, that's
I
him.
think it's that. I thought for some reason one of his horns was broken.
Well, let's fix it. We'll just get past that, baby. It's all good. Okay, here's 108 right here. Okay, so again, not near 109 at all, on a different sprue altogether.
No, yeah, entirely different sprue.
'Cause why not? Let's do this, GW. Okay.
I'm excited. I ordered some LEDs for my monolith.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna look really cool. I got that plasma disc. Do you see the picture of that?
I guess not.
You can see that. I put it in the.
I must not have been paying
I put it in
attention.
the Discord.
There's been so much posts going on in there, which I'm not complaining because it's nice to see the Discord so active.
I know you're busy with other stuff too, though.
I've been in a weird place, just like I decided that I miss playing an MMO, and I've been doing so much painting and so much stuff, doing things for our stream that. Okay, I didn't see that.
Isn't that neat though?
Okay, I'm not saying anything because we're not making your head get big. I said this already.
I know when you're like,
I'm not,
okay.
No, I'm not looking at it. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not jealous at all. No, I don't want that model. Shut up. It's so cool. It's like so groovy. Oh my gosh!
If you're curious what I'm talking about, go
Yes.
to the Improbable Wargaming Discord.
Yes.
Link is in the description down below. You can hop into our Painter's Corner channel. And I've got a post of my monolith. I bought a plasma disc for it. That disc is designed, I think,
that's
for people who like to do illicit drugs and go to raves.
it gives me a feeling of of Star Trek.
Yeah.
The
It
Borg.
it was like $16 on Amazon, and it weirdly
Works.
fits almost perfectly into the monolith. It just like slots into that spot, and I'm like, yes.
That's funny. No, it looks really good. If you couldn't tell by my reaction, I'm very, very jealous of how good that came out.
It's gonna be really neat.
There's nothing in my army that has something like that.
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yoda texted the Chrome lover.
Chrome.
Well. Oh, I didn't lose it. It's a miracle. I dropped it only to find out I didn't. It stayed in my hand, but about to just throw.
Hey, Daryl.
Daryl.
Mr. Steven here is building the new Demon Prince model, and I am painting a Doomsday Arc.
Yes, we're building the new model.
What do you think of Chosen with a mark of corn?
Chosen with a mark of corn
in Creations of Bile.
Oh, in Creation of Bile
with Mutate and Invigorate.
Oh,
they can be Strength 8.
Yeah, I mean, I've got mixed feelings. So I feel like Chosen. I know I'm going to say this. I feel like Chosen are really good in Emperor's Children because they get the banner, right. I mean, they can get marked and get the banner, and so then they're a mix of shooting and melee, which is and you can give them the power fist so they can really whack things well. But I don't know. I didn't really look at the Creations of Bile that closely, so I'm assuming if you think it's good, it probably is. But I like them in Emperor's Children, but that's probably why I play Emperor's Children, because they seem to, a lot of units just get better in Emperor's Children. So,
well, in Emperor's Children, they get fight first, right?
They get fight first.
That's what they do. Which
they
I think
ignore modifiers to hit.
With Creations of Bile moving to a 4-up to fight back and not just to fight back all the time.
Yeah,
I think fight first is probably better.
Yeah, for sure.
Than what Creation of Bile used to have.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is a sad time for Creation of Bile in that regard, but what?
Daryl wants to know if you picked a head yet.
I have. I just haven't got to it yet. I'm gonna go with the Slaanesh face.
You should magnetize the head.
Don't
magnetize. There's no reason.
Honestly, I'm not gonna magnetize this guy. I think the way he is, I'm gonna go with the sword permanently, and we'll just regret it if that's the case. I
mean, if for some reason in the future it changes,
I could just clip it.
There's no reason to take the sword. You can just clip it.
Well, the way they did it, it connects there. I could take it off easily enough, but I really wanted to get it.
And then at that point, you could magnetize it if you wanted to.
I don't know what I've done with these chest horns.
Chest horns.
Nipple horns. They're supposed to be facing down. I think I have them facing up.
Well, that sounds Slaanesh-y to me.
I'm thinking more safety first kind of thing, and I don't like horn. Like when you're trying to run at the enemy and your own horn just stabbing you, it just seems wrong. It could just
does it seem wrong or does it seem right?
Well, Slaanesh is probably a little bit of both. It's like, this is such a good feeling. I mean, I like it. I mean, yes, let's go. I don't know.
All right, you're gonna call it a night.
Are we?
No, Yoda Tech is.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa.
We will probably call it somewhat soon here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this
9:30 already. So
yeah, it's flying by.
Sword could just be a long axe. I mean, yeah. Who's to say that a sword is not an axe? I mean, come on.
That's true. That's funny. Yeah, you just take the axe bit and you just glue it on. You're like, there, it's an axe sword. And it's like, suck it, Trebek. Okay, so we got that. I'm not pleased with those horns, but it is what it is.
Just that Emperor's Children.
Yes.
In Emperor's Children, every unit that is not Noise Marines went up 5 points because of the mark.
Yeah, it's a good point.
But I have not dipped into Emperor's Children.
No, I agree.
Hey, Rick Anderson.
More expensive. But, well, the thing is, except for Possessed.
I want to see if I can post a YouTube link and if it works.
Oh, I'm scared.
Tread lightly, Mr. Rick Anderson.
All suddenly banned. Ban him. Yo, Rick, does that work? I don't know.
I don't see a link.
I don't see a link if you tried it. I think we have it set up where it doesn't work, but it could be our little system of people. That's the back. I don't think I'm finishing this guy tonight, which is fine. But I'm gonna have to make sure I put all the bits
For some
back
reason,
in the box.
I mean, we've had people,
Yeah.
we've had bots and
they share links and it
before,
works.
and they share links and it
but then we
works.
ban them like right away.
True, we get rid of them pretty quick. But possess don't get marks.
Well, that's true. No, what my meaning is that they still get to fight first, but they don't get they get to ignore modifiers, but they don't get the bonus of hitting on.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's.
What are we trying to share, Rick?
Yeah. Like, you guys want hot girl action? Come here. It's like, oh god, no, get him out of here.
First Rubric Squad. Good job, Daryl.
Nice.
Thousand Suns are pretty cool.
They are a very technical.
If you
army.
like Thousand Suns, this Friday,
oh yes,
we have our good friend Mr. Isaac coming on stream, and he is going to be playing Thousand Suns into my AdMech.
right.
I'm very excited to put back on the table and play.
Oh, it's gonna be a brutal fight.
We're gonna have a lot of fun while Mr. Steven is having fun wrecking people with Harlequins at LVO.
Or being wrecked. I don't. I'm. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to a very competitive event, so who knows?
Yeah.
But people are expecting Harlequins, so the problem. Well, even though there's very few of us, I mean, we make up a very small percentage of the whole group, but we're probably one of the more annoying ones. Oh, that's
Prince of
interesting.
Chaos Marine.
I'm against it.
And if you have access to a 3D printer and you can print those little like head pieces,
Yep.
that can be a fairly easy conversion. Why does no one make a Rubik cube?
Man, this guy's looking pretty good though so far. Just need to get this right shoulder pad. Missing something to the forehead, but
Apply directly to the forehead.
Yep.
Head on. Apply directly to the forehead.
oh no! I think this is gonna have to get weekly.
Your nipple points.
My nipple points are nipply. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
Personally, I mean, I get why you'd be converting them, because if you already own a bunch of Space Marine. Personally, I love the way Rubrics and their Terminators look, so I don't really see much value in. But that's okay. So that's the shoulder pad I want. Looks demon right. Has to go that way. I need other choices.
Still waiting for y'all to have a Tau matchup.
Oh, that's true. They are coming. We have the army. Next month.
In the rotation. Yeah, maybe next month.
Not maybe. It's for sure.
Maybe.
It's for sure. It's happening. My mom said so. And that's all that we care about. Hi, Mom.
Are you just starting Necrons or adding to your collection? I am adding to my collection. This whole thing back here is Necrons. I have a very large Necron collection. They're probably my main. They're my main army.
This is
Necrons.
main squeeze.
Yeah.
Unjustly.
Yes.
Cruel.
Yes. Necrons are. Yeah, I love them. So I am just adding a Doomsday Arc to the collection just because it was cheap on Amazon or on eBay.
That's funny.
So it was a bit of an eBay rescue for a Doomsday Arc, and I was like, well, I don't have one because they're not the best model, but I did see toward the end of last season there was a guy who won a GT with Necrons, and he was taking Novak Necrons. So this was he was like breaking the meta of like, we're not taking the 6-inch pregame move obsec.
You can't make me.
I'm taking Novak, and he had a single Doomsday Arc in the list, and I was like, what is happening? What is going on right now? But it's honestly it's not terrible to be able to have something that's just gonna like sit on your backfield objective, and it's not gonna move. It's just gonna sit there, and it's just gonna shoot D6 shots for D6 damage downrange.
Oh yeah,
all game. And I think in the finals he was playing against Chaos Knights. And so it was actually really good to be like, oh yeah, cool, I can see that thing, I'm just gonna shoot it and try to deal some damage.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way. Looks like I'm gonna have to take one of these arms off. It looks like I should have looked closer in this book. There's two different demon princes in here. Some
folks don't like the rib cage look. I like it. I think it's neat.
Yeah.
I have a Doomsday, or I have a Ghost Arc that I have finished. Ghost Arc's amazing. I love the Ghost Arc. I feel like if you're gonna take warriors, you need to take a Ghost Arc because it is pretty fantastic. Slow down.
Slow down there, boy.
Slow down.
Faces.
Slow down again.
Okay, so there's the Slaanesh face.
Show you my Ghost Arc. I'm very proud of my Ghost Arc. I like my Ghost Arc a lot.
Even we get on before I forget.
Do ba do boop boop. Ba do be. Yes, I do have a Void Dragon. You want to see the Void Dragon? I'll show you the Void Dragon.
Yes, that is one for the eons. Okay. It's a big boy. It's my baby. There he is. That. Well painted and all.
Yep.
Oh,
so, Necrons are pretty cool. There are a few models I don't have that I would like to have. I have most of them. I think probably Tesseract Vault would be fun to have. That's the big one.
Yeah, I've seen it in person. The thing is monstrous. I mean, if eventually you own it because you love your whole army. Right?
It's actually not terrible to play either. Like it's interesting. The only downside is like it's just really big. But it's like 30 wounds.
Yeah,
it's like 30 wounds as a 4-up invuln.
Sounds good so far.
It dishes out like 3 Catan Shard powers a turn at like brackets, so it like does less Catan Shard powers as it brackets.
Still really annoying.
And then on top of that, its Catan Shard powers are like overcharged. So like all the Catan Shard powers are like, oh yeah, it'll deal like D3 mortal wounds unless it's being cast by a Tesseract Vault or not Tesseract Vault, the
uh-oh. Already.
Yeah, unless it's being cast by that, and then yeah, it is a Tesseract. And then it does like D3 plus 3, or it does 6 or whatever.
Yeah. Huh.
What about the Deceiver or the Nightbringer? I have the Nightbringer. I don't have the Deceiver.
Oh yes, the Gold Boy. I miss seeing him.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a Deceiver at some point. There's some interesting things you can do with it. It's entirely less useful now that Strategic Reserve is free. Because the power of the Deceiver is that he can, like, at the beginning of the game, after you determine who goes first and second, he can it's just a lot of points to invest in.
Sometimes it's just fun when you're playing for fun.
Yeah.
Not going the wrong way.
Yeah, Nightbringer's awesome. I love the Nightbringer. Yeah. It's fine cast, so it's not gonna break.
I gotcha.
One good thing about fine cast is it bounces.
Well, there he is so far without the wings,
Oh, yeah, let me get...
looking mighty fine.
Bump.
Except for the Nurgle one, I actually like them all pretty cute. Pretty cute.
Pretty cute. Pretty cute. I think this Saturday is free mini day at GW store. Guardsman. You want to have a guardsman to put on the bases of your cooler models.
Yeah.
You can go and get a guardsman.
I love it. You're like, yes, I'm coming. I'm on my way.
Yeah. Put them on my World Eater stuff.
Yeah.
Do you see my
what do you got?
What my Land Raider that I printed?
Oh, you did print one, did you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There he is.
Okay. Spiky.
Yeah, very chaosy.
Have weird feelings.
Chaosy. You have weird feelings about
I
it?
don't know. Is it solid, or did you actually? I'm assuming you made it hollow, so you didn't spend a fortune.
Oh, it's it's like 4 different pieces. Like there's a centerpiece, and then the side things are their own piece. And
okay, yeah. Okay. I hate it.
I did ask you if you wanted me to print you. Yeah, I think I think it has a little bit of play into like with World Eaters, just because the army doesn't have an awful lot of like shooting, like at all. And so to have something that's like, oh yeah, cool, I've got las cannons, and I can like escort a unit of like Eaters or something. Another Rhino.
WY. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Rhino as well.
Nice. There we go. There's this little thing, and it doesn't want to tap. I'm gonna say that's good. That's good enough. So I've got. No, I don't like these spiky bits coming out of the chest. I'm just saying. I don't like it. I'm taking them off.
He likes them.
I like them. I'm just have this. I think it'll be like there's just happy face. Sure, with dimples. Cleaned up later because not feeling. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to paint. I can already tell with that. Okay, so you finished your vehicle already?
No, he's not finished. But
how dare
I'm not gonna finish him tonight.
Oh,
I gotta do gold, and then I gotta touch back up the metal.
I see.
I painted it blue, and then I've got a bunch of shading to do, and then I have a bunch of lighting effect to do with the orbs and stuff. But the blue is done tonight, so that's nice.
There you go.
Gets me a decent way there. I think after I play AdMech on Friday, the next army in rotation is going to be back to Necrons.
Is it already Necrons again? I feel like you haven't done Genestealer Cult, so that would mean
they're not painted.
Yeah, but we have a whole army of them. You don't have to paint them.
But that would I didn't pick Genestealer.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
They're on your list.
No,
I have the record.
No, I don't.
What are your?
We picked 4 armies.
Yes, well, name your 4 armies. Let's
Ultramarines, Necrons, AdMech, Demons. 4 armies.
Yeah, and that's your 5th. Get on it.
I picked 4 armies, Steven.
Get on it.
I picked 4.
Let's see it. Everyone agree that Travis should be playing Genestealer Cult. Let's go. Go. One of the ones we're missing then.
You paint them.
I don't want to paint them. They're your army.
I don't want to paint them either. I'm working on it. Slowly, I got other stuff to paint.
Oh, I would never get anything done if I just orcs. I still got a bunch of orc stuff to paint. And one day.
Yeah, but I have 4 armies that I paint, so I can take my time.
See, people.
You gotta finish your 4 armies.
Oh, I've actually got pretty much I'm borrowing Craft World until
Yeah.
I get mine. So
Yeah.
I'm good. Mine are all ready. I'm just painting for my own happiness.
Yeah.
So that's the nice thing about having a friend who has all of the armies.
Apparently links don't really work in YouTube chat. They work in Discord though. Yep.
Unless you're a porn bot, and then
Yep. Feel free to put stuff in Discord as long as it's
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah, please, appropriate stuff, so we don't have to feel bad about canning people.
Yeah. No unappropriate stuff.
Yeah, yeah, we support all the unappropriates. But maybe that's why. Maybe this is the wrong shoulder pad. It's not fitting right. That off and go. There's too many options. Like the guy has like, I mean, I guess that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, they want you to be able to do a Demon Prince for whatever army you're playing, right?
Well, sure. I just I don't know. Let's see if this fits here. I'm curious now. As we're trying. I don't know if this will fit on here now. I think this might be for the other shoulder. Yeah, so I guess this is the right shoulder pad. I just what it is. Don't question me, people.
I'm questioning it.
Probably rightly so.
Questionable to me.
Okay, so all we have left to do is put wings on. I think we'll call it on him, and somebody's giving me the yeah.
Would assume you would assume to only post appropriate things. It is in our rules.
It isn't our rules, but even I ain't posting appropriate things.
Just join the Discord and added my finished project from. Ooh, I want to see. I want to see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look.
Looking it up.
Do buddy do boop boo. Daryl, first rubric squad.
I noticed. Did you change the way that people enter? I noticed we can't say hi to them anymore.
I did change it because I thought it would just start to get really annoying.
Yeah, well, I'm fine with it. I was just noticed. I was like, oh, it changed.
If we had like 5 people join at one time, it'd be like, Rah!
Yeah.
So it does pop up and say that someone did join.
Yep. Which is good.
But there isn't the like click to wave thing because that annoyed me. These rubrics look dope, dude. Like, oh my word.
Let's see.
Look at these.
Oh yeah, those are good.
They look very good.
They look very traditional.
They look
I like
very clean, very good. Dusty boys.
Yep.
They look awesome.
And bastard. They are cool. Too bad they've weakened up a little bit, but outside of that, who cares? Also,
and if you have joined the Discord,
we're dancing to it now. So that's why there's audio. Okay.
I'm gonna ban you, Daryl.
That's not appropriate. That music.
Rick rolls are inappropriate, Daryl.
Yep, that was inappropriate. Ban him.
Oh, sorry. This is Rick.
Yeah.
This is
you sleep
Mr.
well.
Rick.
Thanks for joining us, and come join us on Friday when we have our battle report and all that. I'll be out of town doing LVO stuff, but this man.
Yep, I'll be here beating up on some Thousand Sons. We're being beaten up on by Thousand Sons. One or the other.
We're gonna find out, aren't we?
Yep.
I'll be sneaking in to watch as well.
But yeah, if you are in our Discord, be sure to pop over to the welcome channel and link up your YouTube account.
Yeah.
So that you can get the subscriber roll. Here pretty soon, we're planning on doing some. We're planning on doing some giveaways, and we're going to be doing the giveaways for people that are subscribed to the channel.
Yes.
And in the Discord and have the subscriber roll.
Exactly.
So those are the things you will need to have. It's still free.
Yep.
It doesn't matter where you live, we'll ship it to you. It'll be free. Yep. We'll pay shipping, all that sort of stuff. We don't know what we're giving away yet, but we're gonna give something away.
Yeah, we're trying to work out some final details with
some partners or whatever.
With a partner, and so we'll see how it all pans out the next week, and then we'll maybe make an announcement real soon.
Yep. But yeah, it'll be anyone who is subscribed to the channel in the Discord has a subscriber role, which requires you to link your YouTube account to your Discord account and get the role and be subscribed to the channel, obviously.
Yeah, there's a few details that will required.
Yep. And then we also changed some of the permissions this last week that you need that subscriber role in order to get access to a couple of the channels within Discord. If you want to get into our list help channel and ask for help with lists and all that sort of stuff that you want to post in there, be subscribed.
And we're just asking that,
Yep.
we love helping people, but we just want to make sure that we're helping the people that are like committed to helping us grow, and so that's kind of our logic.
Yep. And then also, there's a channel in there for stream requests. If you have requests for an army to be played or game type or whatever, you can request in there. Also, need to be subscribed.
Oh yeah. Ooh. This one's gonna be a...
Yeah. With that, I think we'll call it for the night. Been going for a couple hours now. So
Yep.
thank you guys so much for joining. We appreciate you hanging out with us for Hobby and Hang.
Yeah, for sure.
Join us on Friday for 40K live. And if and when Mr. Steven makes it to
oh my God, don't say it like
that. Streaming on at LVO, we'll be cheering him on.
Yeah, we'll see if I get on there. I'll be dropping our thing. Come check us out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Be putting the improbable wargaming
and
pointing at.
And then check out our Instagram too, because I'm gonna try at least we're gonna do a little video footage walkthrough of the different things that are at the event, and then myself and Kyle probably will do a little evening chat about each day and kind of go from there. So please check out the Instagram as well, as we're gonna try to give some interesting footage there too.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining in. You guys have a good night.
See ya.
Stay safe. Be kind to each other.
Or not.
Be excellent.
Don't make
to
him
each other.
do it.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right. See you guys. There it is.